you ever wondered what goes on in a mind of a political journalist?
Madhare ndipo eneo ambapo tuko. Naomba nijitoe kidogo tu hadi.
Even for me, it was shocking. Maandamano wako ndani. Political rallies wako ndani.
If there's one thing, let's say any government would want to do, is kukanyagia freedom ya media. Be it a county government, be it those people in power. They fear us, by the way.
These are areas where many people are susceptible to any risk and threat.
You know, intelligence, in any way, in a good way or in a bad way, wanakuanga. You might be in a media house unadhani you guys are working. Kumbe there is an intern ametumwa hapo.
Kama intern.
As intern.
So join us this week in the Crimeshield podcast, where we have called the best of the best, Joel Chacha, who is coming to tell us what goes behind the scenes of a political journalist.
I remember there's a police officer mwenye alioneshwanga amepiga gari ya Raila. No, not ya Raila, a journalist. The time, you know, that video alikuwa anabomoa. That particular police officer, we were with him at KICC. Na alirusha tear gas kwa miguu yangu. I was doing a live link.
They get harassed. Wanakuwa threatened. You out there who wants to become a journalist, this is for you. Tell a friend to tell a friend and keep it Crimeshield.
We see them on TV. Kila siku tuko kwa TV tunaona news, tunaona politicians wanaongea left, right, center. But who brings this news to you? Today on the Crimeshield podcast, tunataka kuingia tuangalie what goes on behind the scenes to become a journalist, and especially a political journalist. Ni saa zingine watu wanafikirianga, you know, a lot of myths come around, but tunataka tusikie from the source. And today we have none other than Chacha. Karibu Chacha.
Asante sana.
Maze, thanks for coming, and najua umekuwa busy, but create time kukama hapa.
Yes.
Just tell the Crimeshield fans who you are and what you're about.
Well, asante sana for hosting me today. My name is Joel Chacha. I'm a political and parliamentary affairs journalist. Just to break down what I do in K24, I'm a breakfast show producer, meaning between Monday and Friday, 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. Ukiona all politicians who are hosted on that platform, I'm the one who plans on who is going to come and what is going to be discussed. So that's what it means by being a breakfast show producer. Okay. So in a week, it's hectic. I need like 15 MPs.
Where?
To be on board. So in a month, 60 MPs or senators.
Where.
Or above. PSS ministers.
Wow.
So nikimaliza by 8 now, naingia field. Meaning I'm based at Parliament. Well, interestingly, I met with one of your producers, Amani, directors. So in Parliament, I cover stories, committees, stories, press conferences, also interviews from Bunge. So
inside Parliament.
Inside Parliament. So anything that happens in Parliament, Mimi not a report for our station.
Okay.
Besides that, I also host a show.
Oh.
On Wednesdays and Thursdays from 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. On matters economy.
Uchumi.
Put on the spot pia viongozi wetu wanapeleka je uchumi.
Vile inafaa.
Because for some time now, we've had journalism enye perhaps not so many people are interested in economy. We always tend to think economy ni mambo ya business desk. So hata kwa news itakuja huko mwisho.
Okay.
But nowadays economy is the conversation of this country. So that's majorly what I focus on.
Unajua mafansa hizo washaanza kuniingilia. Nasema Kings invest kwa base. Nigawie base hata mimi ni ngurume kama wewe.
You know kitambo nilikuwa na low self esteem.
For real?
Juu base yangu. You know I was in high school. I think everyone has experienced this. Ukikuwa Raimana wewe ndio mrefu kwa kila mtu kwa class.
Unaanza kuangaliwa.
So nikikuwa high school because I think then ndo nilibreak sauti yangu. So mkisoma set books uko so kila mtu anaanza kukumimic. Unajuliza I'm not supposed to talk like this. So unaweza dhani ni disability na labda si kitu poa.
Disability.
Which said inafaa kukua watu wanafaa kuiona vibaya, but you tend to feel ama ujafit. Labda you need to speak like everyone else. Until I joined media, I realized it's an asset. Yeah.
Me naangalianga like the work that you do, and it's amazing. But for the purpose of my line of work, I'd like to focus on the safety and security part of it. You've talked about having these politicians, you're in bunge all the time. Kuna siku my feel ya kwamba kuna some concerns zenye inafaa highlight ama changamoto, the concerns facing journalism in terms of political coverage.
In terms of political coverage,
generally too.
You might never make everyone happy.
Okay.
In fact, today when I focus on you, Kingsley, utajuliza why me. But it's high time politicians realize it's for the public interest, and that's why we're having media.
Yeah.
In fact, we have these rights in the constitution. Checks and balances. Mostly inafanywa na opposition. But media, we shouldn't really focus on doing PR for you.
Okay.
You need a PR, unafanywa na PR agencies huko nje.
Yeah.
For us, we're going to focus on things that affect mwananchi and how it affects them. So basically, just know when you're going to hold this public office, yes, we can be your friend, but when it gets to checking, I'm accounting for what you've done, we will do it. And it's not personal. In fact, there is nothing
emotion,
that I get.
delete emotions hapo.
There's nothing that I get when I expose you.
Yeah.
Not like someone is paying me to expose you. We are well remunerated. We are satisfied with whatever money we get from our company. And that's why we negotiate with HR. When you get hired, Kingsley, sisi hatuna job groups. Ukiingia unapata hii mshahara. It's how you, whatever, unauliza how much do you want?
Vile una negotiate ndio.
Ukiwaambia nataka hii pesa, wakikupea bahati yako. So, politicians tend to think when we expose them, it's because opponent wako ameninunua. But for us, we do it for the common good of mwananchi. At the end of the day, has the story impacted leadership, society?
Yeah.
So that even next time when they vote, they will know who they vote for. They will know huyu si rafiki yetu, huyu. So, at the end of the day, we are going to hold you accountable.
Yeah.
You like it or you don't like it. And in fact, because now threats come as a result.
Yeah.
You get these distress calls from their aides. They can never call you with their number. Watatumia watu kukuuliza huyu Chacha mbona anatusumbua. Huyu mbona anafanya hivi. So if there's one thing, let's say any government would want to do, is kukanyagia freedom ya media, be it a county government, be it those people in power, they fear us, by the way.
Mnawaletanga mbio, that's why.
Siku rahisi.
Na kuna kitu media council huwa inafanya kumake sure kwamba reporters na journalists wako safe. Is it something that the media council looks into?
Yeah, first of all, media council gets to train us about our safety, especially during elections. Besides that, you can report and immediately they'll take action. First of all, they'll call out mtu amekupea threat. Yeah, but all in all, it gets back to you. By the time media council inakusaidia kwanza kwa peke yako.
Uwe uko solo kwanza.
Yeah.
Na sasa social media, you're like public figures, and most of the times anything that you say unaangaliwa kama a credible source. My experience story na cyberbullying, is it a challenge that probably yourself umeweka hapo maoni yako, umesema by the maoni yangu ni ABCD, alafu watu wanaku
Okay, usually we're not supposed to give our own opinion about something because you don't want to be usually inaitwa being apolitical.
Okay.
You're not supposed to take any side in the political divide.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to be Azimio, Kenya Kwanza. You need to remain apolitical. That is the word.
Yes.
In fact, it's clearly stated on your contract. On social media, what you're going to experience, for instance, when my show is on, and of course our digital team inakata those clips uploading, So if they realize I have pinned you much, watachukua bloggers wao ama watu wao kama 50 hivi ndio kwa attack. This guy is so biased. Huyu ni wa opposition opponent wetu. Huyu ni wa, so they will buy a few individuals.
Okay.
It happens. Wa attack.
Yani watu
do you know interestingly I deactivated my ex account because of bullying.
My goodness.
It was a sponsored hashtag.
Where?
I won't mention the politician's name.
Where?
Nearly have to deactivate. It was chaotic on that day. So that, because I realized they were tagging me at Joel Chacha, Jose Nikatoa. So you have no one to tag.
You have no one to tag.
It's serious.
Where?
You'll be attacked. You'll get messages. But all in all, you just need a safe space for yourself. When you're not working, so that you unwind, you loosen up.
Okay.
So you need those circles zenye they don't have much expectations from you in terms of you being serious. Watu wanajuanga, we don't smile. So you need to have friends where at least you'll go and unwind. Yeah.
You talked about training. That's a very critical point you talked about. Take us through the training process, especially, just before the elections, and the situation in Kenya is heating up and all that. What kind of training do you go through? Ni paramilitary? What kind of training?
Boardroom training.
Okay.
On safety, on the do's and don'ts. For instance, you're told, even if you're supposed to go cover politician A at a certain location,
yes,
don't use their vehicles. They will always tell you, kuja, gari yako imechelewa, ingia kwa hii tuende. Because one, they'll get visibility as a result you covering them.
Yeah.
And they might want to offer you transport. So you don't. Usipande gari ya politician. Usipande gari ya politician if you're a journalist watching this. Because now you become an easy target.
Yeah.
While they are targets of their opponents, you might find yourself in that crossfire. So also you don't identify yourself with brands.
Okay.
Unajua, unaweza dhani just because I'm in K24 everyone likes me.
Yeah.
Everyone likes our company. Kunaweza kuwa na smear campaign that may happen before you get there, that so far we are doing well, other media houses are giving us good coverage.
Yeah.
But K24 si marafiki zetu. So what they're going to do, they have their whole supporters believing K24 is our enemy. So what happens ukikuja hapo na mic imeandikwa K24?
When you target.
So you don't use it, you remove the banner. In fact, now that people are used to see me in suits and I'm familiar, I'll have perhaps to wear a cape, nivae hoodie, nisikae Joel Chacha.
Inaitwa ku avoid routine.
Yes. Need to break the routine. Na pia gari umeenda nayo haifai kuwa imebrandiwa. I think that's one challenge I'm seeing with the new media houses.
Yeah.
Utapata van imeandikwa, radio, whatever, TV, whatever. It's dangerous. Because now, again, kama kuna any mobilization, ama watu supporters wa how politicians wameambiwa these are not our friends, wakiona gari yenu inakuja, utapigwa mawe.
Yeah.
So sometimes you have to go incognito.
Yeah. Lazima. Ndo tunasema mambo ya, avoiding routine and all that. Kuna kuangana saa zingine where you find that in your own private social media handle. Now you've told us that ilifika mahali kabidi ume close account yako ya X. Mimi nataka kujua if at all now you're separating now your private life and your work life. Saa zingine unakuta social media handles za watangazaji zinakuwa hacked. Has it ever happened to you?
Attempts to hack your accounts will always be there.
Okay.
One, especially in politics, if you've written a story that haifurahishi watu and you've uploaded it,
Yeah.
they'll want to pull it down now that you will not do it. In fact, not only for a particular journalist, but media houses' accounts.
Wow.
There's so many times you get a particular media house, station yao, YouTube channel yao imekuwa
Flagged or
Flagged.
something. Yeah.
not really because kuna issue ya copyright, but people will go claiming so that the platform that is used to bring accountability is down.
Okay.
So what you need to do in such an instance, you stop using public Wi-Fi. Yani kama una airtime, fuliza, uweke data, or access. The day you will go to Bunge, for instance, where it's fine, it's a protected area, but intelligence are there. They need to know what you're planning.
Yes.
Before this particular press conference happens, unafaa kuwa washajua that today Chacha is going to speak with Azimio politician A. But if you get this information mapema, the better for us. So that the government is not caught off guard. Kwa TV ndio wana realize a particular thing is happening.
Yeah.
So they will always try and wadukue account yako. So you stop using public Wi-Fi. Also, nowadays kuna ports za kucharge.
Yeah.
Where you just enter your cable, USB without charger head. Because most people will always work with USB cables.
Yes.
And not charger head kama for mimi nikiva suti itafura.
Yeah.
So I'd rather just have a cable, like at least I can fold it and I'll use it later. So you stop also, ukipata just pali kuna USB chargers, unadunga. The moment you do that,
Makosa.
kuna wengine washaweka hapo watapata tu details zako, especially passwords of your social media accounts.
Okay.
So also you stop logging in your personal accounts kwa machine za
Kazi.
kampuni. You know, intelligence in any way, in a good way or in a bad way,
Yeah.
wanakuanga. You might be in a media house unadhani you guys are working. Kumbe there is an intern ametumwa hapo.
Kama intern.
As intern.
Okay.
So don't assume everyone in the media house you're working with are your friends and they're dancing to the same tune. In fact, by the time you finish writing a particular story that does not paint someone else good, utapata that information, they already know it how. So you stop logging in your personal accounts kwa machine.
Your kazi.
Kampuni.
Okay.
Yeah.
Talking about now the kind of information that you share or you utter, especially even in your shows. I've watched your shows. Na saa zingine wewe unaleta watu mbio mbaya. Mbio mbaya. Is there a limitation? Kuna mahali unafikanga tu unafikiria kwamba this is the limit, this is the farthest I can go in terms of grilling this particular interviewee.
You know, I believe in this mantra. I will publish what you don't want to be published.
Okay.
I will say that which I don't want you. What waisikie, I'll say there. Everything else is public relations.
Okay.
When you come on board,
Be prepared.
just know you're going to be accountable. No one is interested with your money. No one is interested that after hapa, wacha nikuongeleshe vizuri because now you're a billionaire. Tukimaliza utanipea kitu. My friend, I want us to finish that show and you can no longer talk to me. Unatoka kama sitaki lunch, sitaki breakfast. Because I think that's what we nowadays tumeanza kulack in our industry, where we have people who want to butilik. So that tukimaliza, you're my friend and I can enter in your circle and in fact whatever you've embezzled, tutakula.
Yeah.
I don't want to be a friend. It's work.
Yeah.
Tumejuana kikazi, itasalia kuwa hivyo kikazi.
Hakuna kitu ingine, hakuna ubeste ati kuja lunch.
And you see, the moment you do that, Kinsley, you're going to do your work vizuri. For mwananchi. For, you know, you have to balance. Either I want to make you happy, so that for that to enjoy your pesa na wewe ama I ask the right questions for mwananchi to get what they want to hear.
Yeah.
The moment you want to make this person happy because of your own personal interest, you are failing mwananchi.
Yeah.
But the moment you go with the mwananchi side, just know this person will leave that place, will never call you back, block your number, umekata uhusiano. And you could even have your life in danger. So you need to just sacrifice that indeed this is the path that I'm choosing. Sasa inaweza kosa kuwa na pesa kwa simu, inaweza kuwa niko na bills zinanisumbua. But I'm not here to have Kingsley pay my bills. That's why I'm employed and my contract is under Media Max Limited. So at the end of the day, those are people who are supposed to pay me.
Yeah.
Not you, politician. It's fine. You've gone elsewhere, umemaliza ukapeana pesa. So even as they start talking to you, wanaanza from a point of hatutaki bosi akasirike. Ndio tupate chapa.
Yeah.
Mimi, I'm well remunerated, my friend.
Ni kazi.
Sikai shida.
Ni kazi.
So I don't need your money. When you come on board, accountability.
How about now intimidation and harassment? Because kuna wakati, and you mentioned mambo ya X, and I've seen sometimes you find that anybody in any career, unakuta there are those people who probably are above you and quote unquote they call the shots. And you have a politician who has come to your show, rather you're in parliament and you're asking them this straight question. Have you ever faced a case where you're being intimidated? Mtu anakukanyagia chini, anajaribu kukuweka chini, you know, be it in age, because Chacha, you're very young. Mtu anakuja anakuambia, unaniambia nini na wewe ni wakati nilikuwa nafanya hii kazi huko umezaliwa, things like that. Does it happen?
One thing I've personally and deliberately chosen to do, it's I've never exposed my age to the public. And it disturbs every politician. They always ask me, how old are you?
Old enough to host a show.
Old enough to host this show. Because that's going to be used against you at some point. I don't encourage every journalist out there, especially when you are an upcoming journalist, to always put out personal information of how old you are.
Yeah.
It's no longer a factor. What about it? Even fools get old.
Yeah.
On harassment, you know, politicians in Kenya have crowds. They have numbers. And you're going to be an easy target, especially when you don't dance to their tune. I mean, you've heard the likes of even up to CSS, the president saying, corruption fights back.
Yeah.
And it gets back to you again, just knowing how to live with it. And just that, you know, journalism is a calling.
Yeah.
You're not really here to make a lot of money. But you're here to live the purpose. You're here to bring accountability in the society. You're here to just make things work or help make things work.
Yeah.
And they will always be there. You live with it.
Hapa na pale.
One, you don't even have to announce to everyone at work that you're leaving work. How about my colleague amelipwa aseme nitatoka saa ngapi?
So it doesn't have to be you.
No.
Wanatumia watu nyoko karibu.
You don't say, hey, nimetoka kazi wakuu. Potea tu. Be mysterious. Do you know? So many people don't know what time I clock in at work and what time I leave. You remain incognito.
Vile inafaa.
Hata sometimes you don't have to use your vehicle going to work. Chukua cab. So that no one can mark this gari.
Ni mtu fulani.
Hii gari inatokanga hapa this time, inaenda hapa this time.
Yeah.
Chukua cab. You know, you'll always change number plates.
Yeah.
Not because you don't have money ama kufuel gari yako ama anything. Sometimes panda rider so that you move fast. If anyone alikuwa nakufuata na gari ingine kwa traffic, uko roundabout B, man.
Na motorbike. When you're looking at now, I want to take you back to during elections. Na kulikuwa na maandamano and all that. Take us through what was going on.
You know, I covered elections in Homa Bay and Migori counties. Well, I'm Korean. I come from Migori County. We have 2 constituencies there. But I was based in Homa Bay. So I left Nairobi, went to Homa Bay. One, there's language barrier. You know, politicians in Homa Bay, interestingly, they will talk in Luo.
Okay.
Wakikampaign, hawataongea Kiswahili. Or else they're addressing new people of the press.
Yeah.
There's a time I was recording, because I can also shoot.
Yeah.
In a multi-skilled. I was recording something in a hall where there was a gubernatorial aspirant. I'm a candidate in that hall. They were having, I think, a meeting now at Zay. Then they said in Luo, you don't record us with that camera inside here, you will do it outside there. This is key. Wamongea Kiluo.
Unaendelea tu.
Amira record. So I think just someone of goodwill alikuja kanitapa kaniambia, ndugu, unaweza sikia Luo? Nikamwambia hapana. Nimesema usirecord.
Haya.
Nilihave kutoka. Then during the D-Day, when we had the presidential candidate being announced, remember that's Azimio's political bedrock.
Yes.
So what happened, I was in Migori town, and where the camera person is also from that region, so anaweza elewa lugha. Because we were there, it was never sure who is going to win these elections, or the presidential elections of 2022. And in that case, we were standby in case then it's Raila Odinga. Can we have the reactions from people of Migori? You know how usually TV will bring you Eldoret. For example, now when Ruto was announced, you would see live images from Eldoret, people celebrating.
Yeah.
So I was also standby in case it's the other way side, the other way
round.
Ni Raila, then I can bring you the good news. Within no minute, it was about, I think, 4 p.m. When Chebukati was there announcing, it's Raila, it's Uhuru, rather it's William Ruto.
Yes.
I beg your pardon.
Yeah.
Nakwambia, it started changing. It started being chaotic. People, shops were being closed down all of a sudden. Najua niko na gari yangu hapo. I'm imagining, how am I going home? Mawe imeanza kurushwa. In fact, nilichukua gari nitoke mbio before even at getting sijui reaction ya wananchi.
Safety first.
By the time, then I was alone, because now my camera person used to stay in Migori and I would stay in Isibania, that is Kuria.
Yeah.
Nimewasha gari, by the time nafika kama kwa barabara ni main road, 20 meters mbele yangu naona wase wanaeka mawe, wanawasha taya. Hey, reverse Buddha. I went back to the hotel, pale tulikuwa tuna watch the live proceedings from, nikapark. So we were monitoring the situation.
Watu yani tayari washaanza
up in arms. In fact, from Migori for you to go to Isibania, there's a very famous bridge. It was already closed. Tires imechomwa hapo, mawe. I need to get home. What am I doing?
Where?
So about 7 p.m. nikaoneshwa njia za kutoka town but panya routes.
Yeah.
You know, I was alone.
So ni watu wa boda na kuonyesha tu?
Yes, in fact, I paid the boda guy to show me mpaka place poa. So alinionyesha hiyo rough road, kufika place wamefunga na mawe mbele na nyuma washaanza kuweka mawe.
Wewe. So uko katikati?
Niko katikati. Nikamwambia boss, mimi ni mtu wa media, sina mambo. Now, I'm not sure, but I don't think they had a problem with the media house.
Oh, okay.
Perhaps it's what others would say. Hawa ni Azimio TV, hawa ni so. We were not on the side yenye tulikuwa on the spot for them.
Yeah.
Lakini walikuwa sasa tupatie kitu kwanza ndio. So I would send 1,000 roadblock A. Ya mawe. Then I had now to weka ile kitu ya press hapo mbele so that they don't ban gari yangu kidhani ni just anyone else. So niliweka stuff ya press. So roadblock A utatoa kitu, B utatoa 3, utatoa 4. Those guys, it was chaotic. Such moments can make a journalist quit. So you can't imagine what can happen. In fact, as that happens, unaona kuna gari inachomeka nyuma yako ama imepigwa mawe. So you're just there praying God. Labda after hapa sitajirudisha kwa such a situation.
Yeah.
So it happened. That was during the elections day. And wakati walitangaza presidential candidate. So I managed to get home. Sikutoka kwa nyumba about 3 days.
Where?
It's traumatic at times. Well, post-elections, after elections, I was back in Nairobi. Chacha is our best political journalist.
Because
How
you're
about
daring.
Daring. Mandamano are here.
In Nairobi now?
In Nairobi. The first day I remember we were at KICC. And I was doing a live link. Intentionally, a police officer. Let me just say this. If you can remember, there's a police officer mwenye alioneshwanga amepiga gari ya Raila. No, not ya Raila, a journalist.
Yeah.
The time, you know, that video alikuwa anabomoa. That particular police officer, we were with him at KICC. Na alirusha tear gas kwa miguu yangu. While I was doing a live link.
Where?
Kukohoa. Then I had a camera lady. She's called Ivy. Ilikuwa huruma. You are live, camera ifai kushare. Machozi imefika hapa. Then I'm there asking kina Sifuna, hey, what's your reaction to this? I cannot talk with this tear gas choking me. Kina Juneto amefungiwa kwa mla. Then you're the only media house that is live. So everyone is watching it.
So hapo lazima
shining, but still hapo kwa ground siku rahisi.
Tear gas left, right, center.
Immediately, we hear, there are goons who have attacked Northlands. Shamba ina belong to the former president's family. Again, in news, in media, we say, when you're the first to break news, you're more relevant.
Yeah.
Kuna kuanga na competition of who is going to break this news.
Yeah.
Chacha moves quickly na madimax zetu tumefika pale Northlands. I can tell you, I've never seen goons in their numbers, furious
and
armed, panga, jembe, shoka,
machete,
power saw.
Power saw.
Yes.
By the way,
Not even power saws. And I'm there to break that news before everyone does it. I assessed the situation. Tukama, we're going to do a live link from ndani ya gari. So whatever is going to happen, I'm going to hear the studio wakiniongelesha. Then we are going to drive through just to show how goons wanna invade and cutting down trees, lighting, moto in that particular forest.
Yeah.
So I was there live, driving through your barabara, it's a bypass, tukienda, tukirudi, capturing some people carrying condos and mbuzi on their neck.
Where?
But let me tell you something. That's good news to viewers who are watching. Hey, these particular people may break this story. But wewe hapo kwa ground. In fact, by the time we're done with the live, unasikia, okay, I won't mention, but they were speaking in some mother tongue. And we have an advantage of having a sister station that also belongs to that community.
Yeah.
So utasikia wanauliza, wapi hawa watu wa K24? Hao ndo wanaonesha venye tumeingilia shamba. Because of course, at the end of the day, DCI is there. They will use such images to get those people.
Yeah.
Mrashikwa. Some of them actually walipatikana na hizo kondo, whatever. So those are not people who are happy. Now they start looking for you literally happy.
Wanatafuta penye mko sasa.
Wanatafuta inaweza kuwa mko na gari gani. You know, at least for media house, we never use specific vehicles.
Yeah.
It's okay, it's a D-Max. But hautajua haijabrandiwa. Wataanza kutafuta hizo gari. It's like combing now which vehicle iko nao watu. Kipatikana. Those people can kill you.
Wow.
So you have your engine, literally, hata kama mmeshuka, you want to take some cutaways of that forest, how inachomeka and everything.
But mko standby.
No, gari na nguruma. No using tripod. Camera ni handheld. Mkisikia tu wasee kama watatu wanawasongelea. Mbio.
Where?
So these are things I think Kenyans never see, but it's what we experience.
In your own opinion, what would you say improvements zenye unaweza taka like the media fraternity or journalism as a whole wanaweza make kufanya life ya journalists kufeel more safe and secure? Because unajua unapatiana story hapa inanikumbusha time zangu nikiwa in my other life, and for me I was trained, but now what about you? Because you said the kind of training that you have is the boardroom kind of training.
Bana, this might be controversial. Lakini for political journalists, wacha tupatiwe guns, some pistols, wacha tutembee nazo. At least that will limit, because I don't understand. Politicians, MPs are elected by 13,000 people, 6,000 people, and they tend to be given this special treatment. Yeah, no. He's exposed politically. Needs a, they're given security.
Yeah.
In fact, ukona security yako armed. Wao wenyewe, if you apply, you're given a gun, pop, uko nayo.
Yeah.
Na sisi, 16,000 people, but that's millions are watching us.
Wanasema
5 million people, and exposed politically. Sometimes you get to be unakuwa marked.
Yeah.
Chacha is our enemy in a particular county, in this faction, in this political. How many people know us? Do you know when I go on TV, I don't choose who can see me and who can't.
Yeah, everybody can.
So if they hear of this Joel Chacha K24, akwange rafiki yetu, and then it's just incitement.
Yeah.
They're going to look for you. They're going to watch you. Ubaya ni, I don't know who knows me, but they know me.
Yeah.
You see, when you're on TV, I can't tell who you watch. So I'm in CBD. I don't know who is after me. Okay. I would say this Media Council of Kenya. Tupewe gun.
Wanasema tayari nyinyi mna shoot na camera, so mtakuwa overloaded.
I think for our safety, especially sisi wenye tuko mbele ya camera. It's hard. I mean, politicians are given guns, MPs, but you don't hear them shooting every day. Because there are circumstances when you need to do that. Okay. How about? Mimi sita misuse. Nitashoot on air.
Okay, Chacha, I want you to speak to the people who are aspiring to join the journalism journey, and very inspiring and informative as well. Kudeal na politicians is something that requires a calling, and ni kitu yenye inahitaji pia dedication. So there are people out there. As a podcast, we also like to inspire people who want to, go in line with the people who come to the show. Just a piece of advice to them on how the journalism is, and especially political journalism, and what they can do in order to get into those stages that you are in.
I'll narrow down to political journalism. Yeah. When you get to it, first of all, don't get kwa career to be a celebrity. In fact, I always tell most people I'm not a celebrity. I'm just known. Because that's the nature of my job. I mean, a principal who supervises a whole school of 3,000 people, what watamjua? Do you regard that principal as a celebrity?
No.
They are known. So don't come to this industry I want to be a celeb. I mean, that's a fallacy. Have your reasons. Know you're going to serve the country, literally.
Yeah.
Know when you're known, your life won't be venye nafaa kuwa. You won't be as free. I mean, you just don't go in popular clubs, dancing, huko expose, working in CBD. Sometimes it will force you hata kama hauna gari. You use your money kupanda cab, so that you're not exposed kwa matatu na so many people who you don't know who is your friend and who is not your friend.
Yeah.
It gets to a point, don't come with too much expectations. Just know you're going to be a people's servant. In fact, most petitioners wenye tunaonanga wakileta petitions or petition against, they never reach. They just do it for mwananchi. In fact, most of them utapata wanasafa. Just know you might be in this career and you can even suffer. In terms of no much money you're going to make out of it.
Yeah.
But what is this zeal that you have? When you already know that, when you don't have so much expectations, no much disappointments.
Yeah.
But the moment you come with so much expectations, you think ukianza career leo you'll be paid millions. You see, umeanza on a wrong foot. But still you need to live within your means. I mean, no one should find you eating in a very small restaurant anashanga. Chacha unakulanga huku pia. Now that inakufanya unapata life pressure. Just know at the end of the day you are a Kenyan. Right, wewe ni common mwananchi. Live within your means. You don't have to furahisha kila mtu. If you cannot afford an iPhone, don't buy it. Don't be in debt trying to... I think kuna hiyo pressure nakuja na hii career. So just live within your means. I mean, work hard. Don't be tempted kuhongwa. It happens. I mean, if someone knows ukana story yake mbaya and it would actually ruin their reputation, watakuhonga. And also, know in cases that you're going to misreport, especially when you're live, you might say something like not the thing you wanted to say. Yeah. You will be sued. Millions of shillings. And nowadays, wewe pia as a journalist, you're also utakuwa accountable. Liable. So it's not a career for the faint-hearted. It's not easy. It will take years of you tamarking kupata a good platform. Yeah. Also, you need contentment. I mean, don't think station A is better than station B. Don't think station C is better than... You can make impact wherever you are. In that small radio station, in that small TV station, in that YouTube channel, blog, newspaper. Usitake tu kuhamahama kampuni. No, sometimes I mean, wacha mtu akisema K24 kufikirie. Yeah. Kuliko uende kwingine umezwe, you are no longer featured anyway. I think that's the mistake we make. You want to come in this industry and join the best TV station. Why? I mean, they also kwanzia hapo. So start somewhere.
They need to respect the process.
You have to trust the process.
Na watu wengi sana wakishafanya media and especially the likes of Jichopevu, we end up seeing them in politics. Do you have aspiration for that as we wind up?
You tend to understand political matters deeply. Yani, ni kama uko on the table, literally. Yeah. You know the who is who. My contact, if I'm able to interact with 60 MPs, not only know them, but they have my number, I can call them, they don't pick wananchi's phone calls, by the way. They can reply to my WhatsApp messages, my statuses. It means you network yako inakuwa more of them. Okay. And you can easily be influenced to join politics, especially when things are not working. Yeah. Because you'll try to look for who is this perfect Mr. Man who can come and make this work. You don't see. That's what I've most journalists will end up in politics. As for me, I don't think that is the route I want to take, because plus siasa haina pesa sana venye watu huona. You can do business outside here. You can have pesa. Those people, in fact, most of them, they live with conning people, corruption. That's what keeps them moving. Because if you calculate how much, let's say an MP earns, their mortgage, car loan, those people remain like with 100,000. And still, I mean, there's so many politicians that I see, every time they walk out of the house, they need to dish out like 100,000 daily. Yani kupatana tu na wananchi kuwapea ama every weekend. Yeah. How much do they remain with? It's even negative. Bibi yako ile sana alikuwa anaenda, juu sasa ni bibi ya mhesh. Haizienda hiyo sana.
Lazima apelekwe kwa wengine.
Watoto wamehama shule wote. Wanataka waende international schools. So these guys are usually stressed. I can tell you, you will find unaangalia MPV, nasikia kumtumia kakitu. These people are broke. Most of them, especially first-time MPs. Yeah. Hakuna chapa. So I don't think it's a lucrative career as people see it. Or else you want to be corrupt. You want to be a con. And I know, Mr. President, just come with 6 million, I will take. Nakupeleka kwake. So mwana amepata 6M. Nakupeleka kwake. Ju president pia haizi fanya direct appointments. Yeah. Haizi kupea job kwa parliamentary, kwa public service commission. I mean, they'll just tell you go apply. But ushapea huyu MP 6 million. What happens here? Nakwambia si mimi nilikufikisha kwa president. Unataka nini? It's not now upon me. Uliniambia mimi nikufikishe na nimekufikisha.
Full stop.
Refund my money, they can't. Can you get them? No. Will they pick your calls? No. Can you access them? I mean, they have bodyguards.
Yeah.
So, most of them are living a life that is not theirs. I mean, I say to these people, I see it.
So politics for you is a no.
It's a no. I'd rather be a technocrat in something else.
Thanks,
Ama
Chacha.
be in this career. Kila mtu akiquit tunachia nani industry.
Lazima tulinde kazi.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and of course, when it's your passion, when you're doing something because it comes from your heart, then haikui kama ni job kwako.
For me, I grew up in a media school. Kenya Mass in South B. My dad works in the Ministry of Information. So from nursery school to Form 4, I was literally in a media school. And I knew what I wanted to do. So you could contemplate.
Ulijua tu?
Of course, I have exposure. Also, some of my relatives have been journalists. Richard Chacha, he was in NTV. Nowadays, he's a director of communications in Mombasa. And as well, Joel Chacha, a namesake.
Yeah.
But he's now at Portland PR firm as a director. So I never feel like it's work. In fact, I enjoy working. I don't
It's
even
your passion.
It's passion. Siangalia hata working hours.
Yeah.
Mimi, Kinsley can clocking at work. On days that I host my show, I wake up at 3:30 a.m. For research. I'll sleep 11 p.m. How many hours are those?
It's like pretty much 4-5.
Not 4-5 hours.
No, of sleep.
Sleep.
Yeah.
Yes. Yani, if it's passion, work time when you mandika kwa contract 8 hours will never matter.
Amazing. Passion and purpose. That's what you always say at the Crimeshield podcast. That is the right thing that, yani, najaribu kujiweka kwa hiyo situation and I think we've learned a lot. Personally, hosting a journalist who hosts on a daily basis, imekuwa challenge. Nimeperform aje kwanza.
Uko best.
Tumepiga story.
Uko fiti kabisa. Yeah.
So, for this and more, tell us what you feel about journalism. If you want to be a journalist, unaweza pata Chacha on his socials. We'll put it down there so that probably akipata wakati anaweza pia kuinspire the same way ametuinspire sisi wote. As usual, I hope this conversation has really played a big role in making you informed on the different safety and security avenues and things that can be related towards journalism and political journalism for that matter. For this and more, stay tuned at the Crimeshield podcast. Keep it Crimeshield.